My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. Cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference. I lost the weight and then I start to tumble. My mind betrayed me many years ago. I walked alone to keep from slipping under. Got lost as soon as I stepped out the door. I'm a martyr who just never got his time to shine. I'm a punk kid, no reason why. Nothing finer than the taste of tears running down my face. So cry, baby, cry, oh, cry, baby, cry, oh. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup featuring two teams who both came away with wins a week ago and know it should be a good battle today. It's the Patriots going up against the Bills. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol.
Let's go! Boom, Andy! Boom, Andy!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be first down, New England.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment, we're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And hard running gang's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Going right side here, and that's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And here are the defensive starters, and their coordinator is hoping that they have short-term memories from last week.
A very tough week indeed, Brandon. All they want to do now is be solid right out of the gate. No big plays given up early.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do it every.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And the offense on the field for the first time today, and they were high-powered a week ago.
And they're beginning to believe that they've established a groove. They expect those type of performances each and every week. Running it, throwing it, they're precise.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brad.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he puts it through. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, Every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And they're on third and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Second down and just one. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Let's go. Boom, landed. Watch it now, Marty.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And they'll go on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it third down.
One side of defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
Green, 39.
And they'll run it here. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go here on second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A host of Bills there that time to make the stop.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Watch it now, Marty.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And now out come the Bills. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play.
It fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Seven yards remain now on 3rd down.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. He'll field this at the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go play action here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Third down and 8 now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go! Single receiver. Ohio! Check 26, check 26. Ohio! Ohio! He's checking.
They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Bills will take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Shift together here from the D-line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. They'll throw now on the final play. Going up top. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20. As his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Bills now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But not a big gain with that play. But what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Here we go now.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion.
Now, Barney.
Another pistol look here.
Let's go. Boom, landed. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Flex round. Let's go.
We come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a Buffalo 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They played so well throughout this entire game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So often you hear about teams trying to avoid the middle when they're working against a true 3-4 defense because the nose is so hard to move. Which side do you block him to? How do you get him out of the middle? Well, some teams will double team. Some teams have a good center that can move a guy. But if you can control him, that takes away whatever the rest of the force guys are trying to do to you because once they get to the play, you usually overwhelm them with your own blockers, and that creates some space.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
No. Check. Look at 56. Set. Boom. Landed.
Back to throw here. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
It's a pickup of 14 there. And that's good for a New England first down. Now a handoff looking right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
This will be caught at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now they send a man in motion right. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. Stays on his feet. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no! It's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. And the Bills' offense comes out ready to take over. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
he would have
Hayes?
kissed it on the ground.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down in position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
This is taken around the 12. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Here we go.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And again this time to the tailback. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will extend their lead. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. That's strong running. And now out come the Patriots. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. They give them 15 more, and it's another 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, New England. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold.